Influence, a digital summit with India's educational influencers, powered by Brain Wonders, Dynolab, Stay Curious, Future Ready Kids, and FamPay. This digital summit will take you on a short journey of introducing you to 18 movers and shakers of Indian education selected from across India. In this summit, innovative topics, informative content, and progressive ideas are being shared with you. We remain hopeful that these sessions over the 3 days will inspire you to take your school community to a new direction of development. My name is Namrata, and I will be your moderator for today. I represent India's largest counseling organization, Brain Wonders. With 108 global centers and 12,000 connected schools, Brain Wonders has been revolutionizing the face of academic guidance, career development, and personal growth via its US patented DMIT and online psychometric tests. Founded by Mr. Manish Naidu, over the past decade, Brain Wonders has been nationally awarded on 7 different platforms, including recognition for being the most trusted and digitally innovative career counseling company. Excellence and passion is what Brain Wonders strives for, and with that, let's begin today's session. Before I welcome today's speakers, I request all our audience to immerse themselves in the session and hold their questions, which will be addressed right after the session. We move forward with our fourth session with Mr. Sudhir Aggarwal, who is currently invested as the Director of Business Development, Public Sector and Education, Microsoft Corporation. So over to you, sir. We look forward to your expertise.
Thanks, Namrata. Thank you very much, and good afternoon to all of you. Thank you for providing me this opportunity. Before I start my session, I would like to put two riders. One, that whatever I'll be talking, it will be purely my views, and it may not have anything to do with Microsoft as a company in terms of point of view. I think it's good to clarify that. And second, I may be making some statements based on my conviction, based on my experiences. So, and it may be a kind of reflection on academia. So my humble request is anything that I'll be saying, it may be my point of view, but with all due respect and with no malign intention. So I'm putting that rider right in the beginning, because sometimes I think we need to speak frankly to make sure that we communicate ourselves and the right message goes to the right audience at the right time. So thank you very much. First thing, if you really see, I think this education policy has come compared to the earlier times education policy at the time when something like technology disruptively is making upsetting everything. So as Mr. Amol was talking, that we have AI, we have blockchain and other emerging technologies. So this new education policy has come at the time when already technology is disruptively causing all kind of impact, and it further got compounded by COVID, because just new education policy and emerging technologies could have been a combination, but when it got compounded by COVID, I think it has actually created a larger complexity to that. And why do I say complexity? Because when COVID happened, all of a sudden we started looking at some of the technologies which are available around us, and which was right. There was nothing wrong. But my only submission is whatever the technologies we have used, whatever the methods we have used, I hope we don't use them as a norm. We don't accept all of it as a norm. We only see this as like a fix, a patch. A fix was done, but we have to holistically relook at it, that what does it mean for us. Second, and this is one step where I will say that you have to pardon me for making few statements. This new education policy is trying to set the tone for at least next couple of decades, very safely we can say. And we may like it or not, it will by far be done by lots of people, with yesteryears, we may call it like baggage, we may say yesteryears experience, whatever we may say. But the think tank that we have is mostly coming from the yesteryears. So will we really be able to see things disruptively? I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm not trying to, I'm just trying to put a caution, word of caution, that this will add to our complexity of decoding the new education policy and making it real from our perspective. My first point on new education policy as an opportunity is that I think so far, this is my view. I think we have always the education policy system has come from the academia. And today, if you see, there is a huge gap between what education is producing and what industry is wanting. So this is an opportunity where I think we need to bring academia, industry in the midst of evolution of education policy. Understand from industry, what do they want? What kind of students pass outs you need? So I think academia, but at the same time, I'm putting hajar onus on industry, that industry has to walk extra mile. And I'm even advocating, I'm currently writing up a 2-page document, which I'll be sharing shortly. I'm even saying for next 10 years, at least for minimum a decade, new education policy should be in the boardroom. The way business is discussed, not the way CSR is discussed. Because today, if you really want, the industry wants to reorient the education system, they have to walk multiple steps to be part of it, bring their skin in the game, and academia ecosystem has to allow industry to be in the midst of it. So this is one of my first interventions, I say, which is as an opportunity for all of us. So this is one. Two, I have a very strong opinion that I think it's a time academia and government put together, they start accepting industry as a part of education system. And I'm saying, at least, I'm giving a number, at least 100,000 industry people should be onboarded by academia ecosystem as a part of evolution. Now, some people may actually be teaching, some may be doing mentoring, some may be doing counseling, some may be part of content creation, some may be part of content transformation, some may be on the technology. Basically, what I'm saying, either as a front-end runner to engage with the student fraternity and all that, or it could be part of back-end. And I'm so happy, I think around a month back on Scotch Foundation platform, I spoke on this platform, this concept, and you see yesterday or day before, they have said, the IIT and a group of people for IITs, they have suggested the same thing. I'm saying a larger canvas. So I think this is a huge opportunity when industry experts with massive experience can be onboarded as part of education system, because each person will bring different skill, and whomsoever now it may be offering doctorate to these people, some kind of doctorate to these people, basically recognition. But these people, after they become part of ecosystem, I think they need to deliver certain commitments. Like somebody might say, I will do so many hours of mentoring, I will do so many hours of counseling, or I will do part of content creation, whatever it is. But these industry people also have to, in their personal capacity, in their professional capacity, bring their skin in the game. And as an opportunity, I think this is creating new stakeholders in our education ecosystem. Like I said, some content creator, content transformer, and content delivery platforms. Even assessment will be a huge platform requirement. So stuff like that. So this is my first intervention, which I would like to call as an opportunity for all of us. But with a rider that all of us have to be responsible and ensure that each of us bring our 2 cents to the table in all our sincerity. If we really want this education policy to become an opportunity for decades to come. Second, if we really see the new education policy also advocates strongly of new courses. Now they are saying that after 8th standard, kids can start looking at professional courses. That means there is a formal recognition of professional courses. And I don't know how many of you will agree or disagree with me, but typically what we have seen the good old days, ITIs or these professional courses, I don't know how many people see them, how with what kind of point of view. But the reality is that we have to see that how these professional courses, the vocational courses emerge, and they get the respect by the society the way it expects. So there will be new courses, new streams, and when we look at new courses, new stream, I think also we need to look at something called micro education and micro certification. Well, I'm quite convinced today when you go to any corporate, and you say marketing, there is no one marketing role. There are at least 3 to 4 marketing roles. So why can't we have micro education in our education system? Because today one monolithic marketing program is taught to all the batch of, let's say batch of 100 kids. Why can't we have after 6 to 9 months or 9 months to 12 months, fundamental course is taught, and the next 1 year is actually taught vertically. These vertical blocks are created by the industry. Why somebody might say, we will need people with branding and communication. Some organization may require marketing people in the area of, let's say, telemarketing and all that. So let's say industry defines which are the 4 streams of marketing that they typically look at it, and academia start teaching accordingly, so that after first year of base program, the next 1 year is actually spent on one of the verticals by each of the students. So that is, to me, is again an opportunity to relook at our education system, and look at micro education actually as a serious concept. Third point I would like to say, I think we need to extensively revisit our curriculum. Now, some of you may agree, may not agree with me, but I'm saying times are gone, when if I take one example like history, Akbar padha rahe hain, Birbal padha rahe hain, Mughals padha rahe hain, and all that we go and teach kids. In today's world of internet, these books were created when there was nothing like internet. So can we say, instead of teaching so much or so extensively about each of it, why don't we cover a bit of it and then put more focus on India post-independence? Because what matters most to a kid today, how our country is, what our country is doing, how its country are doing, and how the globe is doing. Even I'm saying in the early stage of our career. So can we look at, leave a lot of reading about good old history on the students, because anyway now we are talking of focus from teaching to learning. So if we introduce these concepts, and then so much is available on the internet, kids as per their interest, rather than that ratification, they go through that, and we actually cover more topics which are of more relevance in today's context. So to me, I think this is time to relook at it, that what do we teach to our students. And also I am I have a strong view. Traditionally, we have found institutions best if they teach you certain complex subjects in most complex manner, because they say we can, and the students who learn complex subjects in complex manner, they are considered to be the best of the lot. But using technology, is it not possible to teach complex subjects in the most illustrative and in the most easy manner? That means what we are trying to do, that I'm never saying lower the education level. I'm only saying, can we make learning more interesting, teaching more interesting, and try to see that how tougher subjects, traditionally, can be taught more easily, and more we can make learning as a fun, teaching as a fun, rather than putting too much focus on complexity of it. This is one. मैं पहले with folded hand, I will request the entire academia ecosystem. I think it's time that we focus on reorient our faculty as periodically as possible. And I know Mr. Amol was also talking of this, that faculty should not be uncomfortable saying, I don't know this, because today students, go to the internet and they pick up more stuff than anybody else. But I'm saying there has to be, I will put three things to this. One, faculty reorientation as a continuous process. Second, more focus on innovation at the faculty level. And third, I think it is important that faculty and industry focus has to be brought up. We have to strengthen that. Where the way students are expected to, do their internship, I won't be uncomfortable saying the faculty as well has to engage with the industry. You may call this program not internship, something else, but both industry and academia must invest, in keeping the, our academia up to date. So the onus actually lies with both. Yet another point I would like to bring up, with all due respect to all the affiliations. Today, to me, my understanding is not grossly wrong. Affiliations are more like, franchise concept. That if I have an affiliation with one of the international agencies, it is more that, my course curriculum, my course content, my certain, norms of the teaching or education system, as per their guidelines. But do we really see their skin in the game? These, global organizations, especially, you offer their affiliation. Do they really, bring their skin in the game beyond affiliation as a concept? So my view is that we also need to relook, because technology today enables that. Suppose we have an affiliation with one of the US or European organization. Now we need to bring certain hours of teaching, of their teaching, their engagement with the student, with the faculty, all that on a continuous basis. And to me, because we have to be wary of time, it is all about making our education system more deployable, employable, or we may say more entrepreneurship mindset. So how do we, bring those concepts at the education level, and we start identifying? And that's where I'm saying maybe industry, academia, if we can strengthen that relationship, that should actually help us. Where industry also start playing active role in development of both students and the faculty. And the overall ecosystem what we are building, I'm never ever putting industry over anybody else, but I'm saying industry has certain their own USPs. So we must ensure that as far as possible, leverage them in letter and spirit. So I think, in considering the time factor, I can stop here. And if we have any question, we have any comment, I'll be more than happy if somebody has a strong disagreement with whatever I have said, because it will not be a disagreement. It will be a point of view, that I have a point of view and somebody who it doesn't mean I am wrong, you are right, you are right, you are wrong, I'm right. It's not about right, wrong. It's about perspectives. So thank you very much, Namrata. I hand it over back to you.